What's up, everybody? Here in Westport, New Zealand, on the South Island, west side, up north. Just got here yesterday, and I think it's time for a van tour given the location we got. Pretty sick. So this is my 1993 Toyota Hiace diesel, four-wheel drive, double high roof. It's got about 187,000 kilometers on it, which I don't really know how many that is in miles, but it's pretty low, especially for a van of this age. This is a unicorn for sure. So shout out to Christchurch Camper Vans, specifically Joe and Damien, for finding me this unicorn. It was just a blessing, and then allowing me to work on it with them, which was great. They put in the flooring and the kitchen and the bed, which is basically everything. But I got to deck out everything else on my own, which was really cool and fun, except for the solar panel. That was a pain in the ass, but it's awesome, and I'll explain what that does in a second. But let's get it started. So first things first, yeah, they drive on the right side of the vehicle, left side of the road. That was just super weird to get used to. It took me about a week before I was even like slightly comfortable, but I still use the windshield wipers as my turn signal on accident all the time. What else? We got sick tunes up here, necessity. It is automatic, which is great. Keep my guitar, yoga mat, and hiking boots up here, my hat. Co-pilot, got my bag. It's self-contained for two people because you need a seatbelt, but this van could fit more than two people, honestly. What else? Got towel drying, and that's all for that. MTV Cribs, what's poppin'? So we walk in. Welcome to the van. Got some nice wooden floors here, and let's start from the front and work our way back. Up top, we got all my bedding and quick access stuff like my rain jacket, wool socks, sweatpants, basically anything I would need if I'm cold. Behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat, because we maximize storage around here, I've got a mosquito net for when it's obviously hot and I want the doors open and there's bugs. Great purchase. I've got my propane tank, which fuels my two-top stove. This thing is a beast. Handles all my cooking, which is great because I cook basically every meal. And then 10-liter drinking water container, skateboard, and I strap this to the back of here when I'm driving, so I have this like counter space basically all the time unless I'm cooking, which is really nice. And then speaking of the front, I installed this, and I could have installed another one right here so I would have like double storage, but I specifically wanted access to the front seat so that if it was raining or freezing and I was back here sleeping, I could just hop through. Definitely a personal preference, but I really like this about the van. Really like it. Anyways, moving on. Spice rack and sauces, cute little spice rack containers that just screw off and on, coffee and tea. And then I've got my dish soap and sponge, utensils. This sink is not very deep, so I don't do my dishes out here, but this is a hand pump sink, and it's awesome. Makes me conserve more water, but it's also a pain in the ass when you're trying to do something with two hands, like washing your hands, for instance, or washing your face. But it does the job. And this water system underneath is two 25-liter containers. One's fresh water, which feeds up into the sink, obviously, and then the sink comes down into this gray water tank. And underneath the gray water tank, see if I can do this without making a mess, is my trash can, is my second battery. And this second battery charges off the alternator of the main battery, so when the car's running, this charges, but it doesn't drain the main battery when I'm using it. So when I'm running all my electronics in my fridge, if I were to drain this battery, it wouldn't drain the front one, which is amazing because that means my car will always start. And then we got some wiring back here. The second battery is wired to a 600 watt inverter, and this allows me to charge anything I need to. Extra plug, including my fridge. This is a Dometic 25 liter top loading fridge, which is honestly amazing. It's plenty of room. I thought it was gonna be small, but it works great and it's super efficient. And what else for electrical? Oh yeah, the solar panel wires come through the roof, professionally sealed, waterproof, because I didn't want that to be an issue, obviously. But then I did the rest, fed it into here. This is the controller, and then the controller feeds down through the wires into the back of the battery, helps charge the battery when the car's not running, which means I can run this fridge all the time and charge basically anything I need to. I've only drained the battery once, and it was because I was testing it and I had this on full blast, which uses a lot of energy, and it cut off sometime during the night. I don't recall, I just remember waking up to a loud buzz because this thing was saying basically no power. And that's basically it for the kitchen and electronics area. Other electronics, I got some LED lights. The speakers are awesome, but I'm not back here when I'm driving, but they sound really good. And then this, I wish this worked. This was taken out. I'm assuming the electrical was bad. It's just a hole, but this would have been sick. It still could be cool. I might do something with this. Still not sure yet. And then I got tons of storage up here, like way more than I need. Got some tools and stuff to clean with, laundry stuff, more cleaning supplies, literally random shit. Toiletries. Sorry, my clothes are hanging, they're drying from earlier. And then super crucial equipment. This is my pee bottle. Getting up in the middle of the night or when it's freezing, when I'm in bed to go pee, is just not an option. So this is a lifesaver. Love this thing. Keep it clean though, that's gross. Bungee cords, electronics, random miscellaneous electronics. My Kindle, which sadly I just can't use. I bought it specifically for this trip because I didn't want to carry around a bunch of books, but I can't do it. More camera equipment, I can't do it. So I picked up two really good books recently. This has been amazing so far. I'm like halfway through it. Super good fiction book. And then I've read his 2 previous books, so I'm excited for this one. And then I got some self-help books and journaling stuff over here. I guess that's pretty much it. The last thing before getting to the bed and storage, these curtains were salvaged, which they work great. They're blackout. They fully surround all the windows, totally blackout, except for this vent. But they look like shit, and I think the van would look so much better if I got some new curtains, possibly white, to go match the pillows and contrast this gray and wood. So that might be something I do, as well as I kind of want to cover this nasty, dirty gray material. This was in the van already, and it's insulated, which is amazing, but it just kind of looks like shit to me. So I might do those things. Otherwise, just little things I want to do. But here we are, the bedroom, storage, and living room. So I've got all my clothes on this side basically, and then on this side same thing. Got most of my clothes, or some clothes I don't wear so often, and then I put a lock on it because I store my electronics in here when I'm ever like away from the van, just for extra peace of mind, just in case like if someone were to, you know, break in, that would suck. But keep this trash somewhere. I don't know where to put it yet. It just kind of floats. And then I got another 10-liter drinking water container. Stay hydrated, kids. And then this is my dope little table workbench. It comes fully out. I can take it outside, which is dope. And this also turns into my bed, obviously. And last but not least, let's run around here real quick. That view though, oh god. I've got storage back here. Literally have like nothing to put in it. So I have some ramen, some toilet paper, paper towels, my Osprey backpack, some more mosquito netting for this part. If I'm at a campsite, I can plug in using their power, which is great. Maybe in the winter I'll buy a heater if I need it. And then this side, just random shit. Solar shower, haven't used it yet, but that'll be nice. And that's pretty much it for the back. Pretty sick, huh? So if I was able to camp here, I would turn it and be able to look at the ocean, but unfortunately can't camp on this reserve. And then self-contained certified. Here's my solar panel. 120 watt, pretty standard. Took me so long to install this, I don't even want to say it, I'm embarrassed. Anyways, the van's super dirty, just got back from the mountains and they don't have a car wash that I can fit into. That's the thing about this double high, is I can't go into like drive-throughs or most car washes, but it's awesome because I'm 6'1", 6'2" without shoes, and I still got like, I don't know, 2 inches. It's dope. Yeah, let me convert the bed real quick. Is this cool? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's cool. Is that cool? No, we're tilted. Yeah, let's get, there we go. Sick. What's up? Anyways, so this comes off. And this pole comes out. And then the last missing piece is just under this. I'm gonna pull this out, plop. And then finally, the last piece. And boom, you have a bed where zero magic happens. But like I said, it's a full bed. I'm 6'1", 6'2", and my feet just barely reach the edge, but I sleep like a little fetal baby anyways, so it's plenty of room. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, last thing, what I did. These cushions had the most hideous fabric on them. I don't know if you can see this, but it was like a 4-year-old, blue with little light blue stars. So I went and got some fabric cut just to certain lengths, and then I used clothing pins. Super ghetto, but it works and it looks literally so much better. But yeah, sorry I'm out of breath. That was intense. But I'm about to make some dinner. This trip has been blowing my expectations. So much harder than I anticipated it to be. I'm learning a lot. It's hard to be this secluded sometimes. You know, when I backpacked Southeast Asia, I was always in hostels and stuff, and the hostels were cool. Everyone was like friendly, and there were people my age doing stuff, all doing the same thing. This is a little bit different. Everyone's a little more to themselves. The campsites, when there are people, most people are coupled up or, you know, with their best friend, best mate. And it's a little bit harder to make friends, which is making me come out of my shell a little bit more when I'm trying to meet people. Like I just did all my charging for like my laptops and stuff at a cafe, and just like had a great time with the bartender, cafe, bar, restaurant. And so yeah, that's how I get social interaction. So I go a little bit stir crazy, but this van has been amazing. I feel so lucky to have it. It came like right into my life out of nowhere. Securing something like this was like a one in a 1,000 shot, and I totally got it. Basically all I wanted was be able to stand up in the kitchen because I cook all the time and I already have bad posture, and it would be next level if I was like stuck like this all the time. But yeah, let me know if you want to see anything in particular. Maybe like a daily routine could be cool, because I get pretty ritualized when I'm not hiking or driving. When I'm just chilling, I do certain things. Or any questions about how I live in here full time. But yeah, I'm sweating. Let's step outside and call this a day, you know. So that's my van. This is currently my life. Homeless, sort of. Not a bad place to do it though. So until next time, I guess. Peace.